I had a friend and mentor tell me once that if he could have anything recorded on his gravestone, it'd be the words, "a man of resolve." I remember when I first heard him say this, I thought, okay, of all the things you could have written about yourself, of all the things you could be remembered for, why do you choose these words? You could easily have a list of your accomplishments, your achievements, your successes as a husband, your greatness as a dad, and then you choose these 4 words to be remembered by: a man of resolve. The definition of resolved is to have a firm determination to accomplish a specific task. I often like to think of it and define it myself as making up your mind to accomplish something. That you'll do whatever it takes, whatever it requires to finish the goal that you've set for yourself. We live in a culture that is constantly moving from one thing to the next to the next. When it comes to resolve, I feel like we have zero of it nowadays. Right? We're always trying to find the next big thing, to be a part of the in crowd, and we do whatever it takes to get there. We're always searching for identity and where we fit in the whole scheme of things. But what if, instead of jumping from one thing to the next, instead of trying to find the next big thing, what if we had the resolve and the determination to follow the greatest thing? I have this fascination for lighthouses. I think lighthouses are one of the coolest things. They're always in these precarious places along the coast, up on the cliffs, where the waves are crashing up against them, and lighthouses have to have this firm, solid foundation, so that when the winds blow, when the storms come, when the waves come crashing up into them, they can withstand, that they won't topple over. The one goal, the one purpose of a lighthouse is to shine its light brightly, so that when ships are traveling by, that when the fog comes rolling in, when the storms are raging, ships can see the light from the lighthouse and know where the rocks are, know where the cliffs are, so they don't become shipwrecked. The 2 functions, right, of a lighthouse: to have a solid foundation and to shine their light brightly. In a lot of ways, I think our lives are a lot like a lighthouse. We have to have a foundation in something, or we're going to shine our light. The question is, what is our foundation going to be? What light are we going to shine? All of us are rooted and grounded and established in something. Whether that's in our friends and our relationships, whether that's in ourselves and our desire to control our lives and our outcome, whether that's in the world, whether it's in Jesus, I don't know. But at some point we're going to have to decide, what is our foundation going to be? What are we going to establish and ground ourselves in? Jesus talks about this in the book of Matthew. He says that we're either going to build our foundation on the rocks, on God, on His Word, or on the sand, on the things around us. And at some point the waves are going to come, and one of those foundations is going to be able to stand strong. Once we've made that decision of where we set and we place our foundation, we begin to shine our light. Whatever our foundation is becomes the source of our light. Becomes the thing that people see in and through our lives. What is our foundation? What light are we shining? In the book of Mark, Jesus is speaking to the crowds around him, and He calls them to Himself. And in Mark chapter 8, Jesus says this. He says, if you truly want to be my disciple, you have to deny yourself, pick up your cross, and follow me. It's as if Jesus is saying, if you truly want to be my disciple, if you truly want to follow me with your whole heart, you have to have the resolve and the determination to do so. It's like He's asking the question, am I enough for you? Is Jesus enough for you? At the end of the day, when all is said and done, will you have the resolve to make Him your foundation, to shine His light? When I first became a Christian, when I truly gave my life over to Jesus, I had to answer that same question. And every day since then, I have to answer that same question. Is Jesus enough for me? Will I follow Jesus no matter the outcome? Will I choose to make him my foundation and shine his light of love? Will I have the resolve and the determination to follow no matter the cost? All of us have that same question. What is our foundation going to be? What light are we going to shine? What will you choose? Is Jesus enough for you? Will you be that lighthouse that is foundation is in the love of Jesus? And that will you shine his light? And maybe one day it'll be written in our gravestone too, that we were men and women of resolve.